Ming, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I want to thank you for taking some valuable time away from your family and other things you have going on tonight to spend a little bit of time with us. But I think it's going to be really well worth your time. I'm really excited to, one, be back in the saddle with y'all. And I'm real excited for what you're going to hear about tonight. I'm excited to introduce my husband, Blake. He has been working really hard to take the Team Beachbody Coach Basics program, which is a 60-day program, and he's worked really, really hard to get it whittled down to 30 days because he really feels, and we feel, and actually a lot of our leaders on the team might be on the call tonight, feel that somebody who's really hungry and who really wants to make a go of this can really knock this out in 30 days. So he took a lot of time putting it together, talking with other coaches, brainstorming and picking brains about how to make this really tight. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And again, it's my honor to introduce my husband and my partner in crime with Beachbody. And thank you, Blake, for all your hard work on this. I know it's going to make a big difference for everybody on the call and as people listen to the recording. So I'm going to turn it over to you. And again, thank you for all your hard work on this.
Okay, well, thanks for the intro. Good evening, everybody. And actually, what I did is actually I pared it down to 28 days, and there's a reason for that because the way the program's set up now, and when we saw it at Leadership, it's a 60-day program, it still is, and the goal was that if somebody came in, let's say you brought in a coach on the 5th day of the month, they would have to basically wait for the following, because they're basically going to do one coach basics starting, the plan was to start it every month. By the way, if you have any questions, you can type them in the upper right-hand corner there in your GoToWebinar box there, and then we'll do our best to answer them if you have any questions on anything I'm talking about. Anyway, so when we were at Leadership, they announced the 6-day program. Well, the problem is that we saw was that if somebody comes in, let's say on the 5th or the 7th, the 10th or something, you're going to want to get them to the 7-day quick start. But then after that, they're in this holding pattern until you have that the first day of the following month for them to start their own, participate in the Coach Basics group. And we thought, well, that's going to be, and then they're going to go through that program for 60 days. So it could take them, upwards of 80, 90, or up to almost 90 days. It could, from somebody to come in and then maybe make, reach the level of Emerald Coach, and that's just too slow. Especially since probably half the people bring a spouse in, so they're really just having to sponsor one at the most 2 people, and it should not take 90 days or even 60 days, frankly, for somebody to bring in 2 people if they're serious about their business. Which, if you're doing this, you need to be treating it like a real business, which is, a lot of you probably heard me say many, many, many times. And so with that, and I didn't just kind of go off, kind of half-cocked on this thing without talking to anybody, but I actually spoke with Doug Fitzgerald and some of the other coaches who had gone through the 60-day program, the test market group, and I've gone through that with them, and they all agreed that 60 days is too long, even though the numbers were pretty phenomenal for people that actually went through that 60-day program. And I've shared those numbers with everybody on other calls and what really happened. And I'll share them here again real quick, just so you understand what you have that you're here with the program. So let me find it here real quick. This will be a short call tonight, too. And once again, for the people who are just hopping on, go ahead and, if you have any questions, type them in the upper right-hand corner. So the average coach made $198 their first month and earned $278 their second month. So this is the Coach Basics, the way it's currently set up, and this is with a good-sized test group. So $198 their first month and $278 their second month. So that means they're a profit their very first month. Maybe didn't make Emerald, but they still, because of the way the program works, they sold some challenge packs, and actually, the average coach in that group, that test group, made that kind of money. 78% earn more than $100 the first month. So that's pretty good. So that's almost breaking even. And that's a pretty big number there, with 78% of the people earning $100. 48% earn at Success Starter 1, 64% advance to the rank of Emerald Coach by the end of their second month. So that means you got, if you brought in, a good number of people in your business, that means, basically 6 to 7 out of 10 people are going to rank advance to Emerald. So that's pretty good numbers. So it's proven that the program does work. And they did a lot of work on this program. 34% increased earnings from diamonds who were part of the test groups between April and July. And that's kind of the numbers. So those are pretty good numbers if people follow the 60-day program. Like I said, we spoke with some other coaches, and they all agreed that had gone through it, that 60 days is too long. So like Angie said, originally the goal was to set it down, to whittle it down to a 30-day program. I actually took it one step further and took it into a 28-day program. And the purpose of that is eventually what we want to do is have one new Coach Basics group starting and going for 28 days, or basically 4 weeks. And then, so if we start one like this next Monday, eventually, right now, until we get the people who want to help out, which I'm going to ask anybody here if you want to help out doing one, because this is not rocket science. You're just copying and pasting stuff from the Coach Basics guide into YouTube, into the Facebook page that you set up, and then basically getting in there and getting people to follow the instructions for that daily post, and hopefully they're going to be posting on your Facebook page for your Coach Basics group. So basically what that does, though, so eventually, if you can imagine, is we'll have somebody come in, they have to go through their 7-day fast start, and then by the next Monday, so the most they'll ever have to wait would be 6 or 7 days. The next following Monday, there'll be a new Coach Basics group starting up, and these will be a bigger group. So it might lose a little bit of its intimacy, but here again, this was already brought up by coaches that are doing that and are having success with it. Because when you get on to, one of the things you have to do is start a Google Hangout once a week where everybody gets on there and talks and, basically gets together and talks about what's going on that week. And so you're going to do 4 of those with this group instead of doing 8 of them. So that said, that's the plan eventually. So the goal would be that every Monday we'll have a new Coach Basics group starting up that you can plug your people into. And here again, you can also help out by being somebody that can be an administrator in that group and posting. And so that means we'll always have, eventually, at least one new Coach Basics group starting on a Monday and then going for 4 consecutive weeks. And when that one ends, boom, we'll start another one. So we'll always have 4 Coach Basics groups rotating that everybody can plug into with a much more kind of bigger team group like that. And so that's the plan. It took quite a while to whittle it down. There's a lot of duplicate content. I think they probably, they couldn't come up with 60 days worth of stuff. There was a lot of, referencing going back to videos and watch this video again and go back to, your 7-day fast start and remember what you did here. So we chopped that stuff out of there because it was kind of like filler, and that was what was taking, a lot of the stuff what was taking the program and making it 60 days. So with that, for this group, these are, if you're all part of Team for Evolution Elite on our Facebook page, this is open to this new first group. And one of the other coaches already started one, Taryn Perry, and she's been running her group for almost 2 weeks now, I believe. And so we're going to be starting this one Monday, and it's open to you if you're part of our organization and any of your coaches that you feel need to plug in and be part of the group. To be part of a Coach Basics group. Even if you're a coach that hasn't, maybe you haven't reached Emerald yet and you've been in for a while, or you just started, maybe you're in a couple of weeks or months, now's the time to plug into this group. And then you can plug in and do your own and get your own team going, and that's how we'll kind of get this thing to grow. So what I want you to do first, we've already set up the Facebook group. So let's see. This is where you're going to want to go. This is going to redirect to the Facebook page, so it'll be easy for everybody to find. So right now that works. It's TFR, which is a abbreviation for Team for Evolution Elite, CoachBasics.com. So that will redirect you to the Facebook page that I'll show you in a minute. So I'll give you a little bit, a couple seconds more to write that down. Here again, that's TFR Elite CoachBasics.com. That goes to our first group we got going here starting on next Monday. And we'll put that on the website or the Facebook page for everybody to see as well. So with that, that's going to take you to this page here. not that one, this one. And essentially, this is a pin post here, and this is what your requirements are going to be part of this group starting on Monday. So you're going to have to basically do these things, and these things are right out of the Coach Basics participant guide that you can get in your back office, your Coach online back office. So I just took them out of that and put them here so that people understand this is what you're going to need to do by Monday. So you can go to that. Excuse me. As soon as this call's over, you can go to that link I just gave you, and then ask to be part of the group. We'll let you in, and then we'll be starting on Monday, probably about the same time, 6:30. We'll post that here too, but it'll start Monday, 6:30 Mountain, where we're at, 5:30 Pacific. So that's the Facebook group. Let me see my notes here. One of the things you have to do to be a part of this group now, there was some people that were at the leadership, and everybody had their own way of kind of doing things. And some people, if people weren't actively posting in the group, I think one gal said that they didn't post for like 3 days. She kicked them out. So the whole point of this is to get people to integrate, to communicate together, to kind of go through this process together. So we want everybody that's a part of this group, when there's assignments to do, I'll show you what I did for day one. So this is what will be posted in the Coach Basics or the group on Monday. I'm going to probably, still working on paring some of the stuff down, but this is a combination of 2 days. And what we've done is they have these items here that were in the Coach Basics. We're actually calling them Take Action Now items. And that'll be posted in Facebook, and then those are action items you should be, basically working on, and then sharing what you did. So this here is a personality test, which, by the way, is awesome to do and find out about yourself and your coaches and how you kind of your makeup and how you react and do things. So, but here again, so on this particular post, you're going to go there and you're going to take a personality test, and then we're going to want you to share with everybody what your personality is, not just sit there and idly watch posts and stuff like that. We haven't decided yet what, if we're going to go, kick people out or whatever, but, we don't want a bunch of just dead wood in there, because we want you guys to have success with your businesses now, especially if you've been struggling or haven't in a while. Those numbers I just gave you share that, basically if you go through this process over the next 28 days, you're going to have you got a good percentage chance of having some success. If you plug your people in that are struggling or just getting started into this process, there's a 67% chance that you're going to have, an emerald in your organization or more, however many people you plug in. So that's the purpose of that. We're going to be using, and here again, this is from Doug Fitzgerald, but the Coach Basic group recommends that we do a once a week Google Hangout. Now, I'm pretty good with technology, and I got 2 computers that I sit in front of all day long, and one's a PC that's a couple years old, and a iMac that's I think about 3 years old, and they're good computers. Keep them all clean and everything. And for the life of me, I cannot get on a Google Hangout. I can't start one. Eric Worre, if you guys understand, what we do with him, he's fairly tech savvy, and he can't get on these things. And even when we were at the leadership event, people were talking about, you're going to have problems. People aren't going to be able to get on and everything. So to remedy that, one of the coaches, Doug Fitzgerald, turned me on to this here, which is called FuseBox. And this is a very reasonable service. It's got better, and we're testing it, but it's got better, a little bit better than a Hangout, because you only can have 10 people on video. And with this, you can have up to 125 participants, and you can have 12 of them on HD video feeds. Now, we're not quite sure how we're going to see who gets on video and who doesn't, because we're going through that this weekend and everything. But this works. There's no problems that Doug's ever had with it. He's used it for some time, long before even the Coach Basics group came in. So, number one, we'll be able to get more than just 10 people on the call, get 12 on video, and so that's what we'll be using, and information will be on the Facebook page regarding that for Monday. Let's see. We'll probably start off, like I said, the goal is to do one every week. We'll probably start off one this week or this coming Monday, and then 2 weeks from now we'll start another one unless we get a larger number of people that want to plug in and help out. And we imagine we'll probably get more of those after we've kind of gone through this once people understand how simple it is to run one of these. Let's see. So one of the things we're changing up, because you know we're big fans of Eric Worre, and we got countless stories of people that have had amazing things happen with their business when they purchase his book here, Go Pro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. Coach Basics had everybody buying Darren Hardy's book, and we're changing that part of this group, and we want everybody to buy Eric Worre's book. It's less than, it's $10.22 today on for paperback. You can get it $8 for Kindle, audio, CD for $9, so almost $10. An Audible for $7. So this is going to be like our required reading. It's a 148-page book. We're going to break it down into, that works out to about 6 pages a day. Of course, as you know, part of the, everything that's part of Beachbody is always talking about having, reading 10 pages of a good book or 20 minutes or 15 minutes of audio every day. So this will be kind of the required reading, and we break this up over 30 days. You'll have read this book 6 pages on average of a day over a 28-day period of time. So just so you know, that's where we're going to come from. And so, anyway, back to our Facebook page. So that's really about it. So you don't need the, here. This is the participants guide. This is what you're supposed to download and read real quick. Which, like I said, I've posted these on our Facebook page, except I've taken out Darren Hardy's book here, The Compound Effect, put in Eric Worre's book, so that's the only change to this document that required. So here again, if you've got any questions, type them in the box, and make sure you get through this. So that's all in the instructions here. That's a 7-day fast start. So make sure you and everybody's going to plug it into this group on Monday is going to be doing the 7-day quick start. I got that under the belt. Here again, let's see if I have this other. So these are the instructions here again. So you're going to want to go to the website, and let me see if there is any questions. If not, we can close her out tonight. So short and sweet.
Blake, I posted the link on the group page for the new Facebook page. So with that link, they just have to go there and click on it.
Okay. I don't see any questions. But I can't see questions. Let's see, period. Can you join even if you're in Taryn's group? That's the question. Sure. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to be on 2 groups, but yeah, I mean, it's like I said, if you're part of Taryn's team, which is part of our team, then of course you're welcome to join, and so are any of your coaches as well. Do you have a question yet? Okay. So it looks like that's it for tonight. Like I said, I'll put this back up again so you can, came in late. This is where you're going to want to go. TFR Elite CoachBasics.com. That'll be the starting on Monday, and that's where we're going to be doing all posts, answering questions. You can go in there right now, and we'll add you if you want to be part of that group, and we can start chatting in there now before Monday and get all your questions answered and get people plugged in. So go out there and share this with your coach. I did record this, so it's only a short, nice, quick 20 minutes, and I'll get this out up on our YouTube page, and we can pass it along to your coach to watch probably sometime tomorrow. So with that, I'm going to close out the call tonight, unless you got anything, Angie, you want to say?
No, again, just wanted everybody to know they can go right to the TFR page on Facebook, and it's got the link right there. They can just click on it, and it'll take them right over to the TFR Elite Coach Basics page. So it's there.
Which is our Facebook page. All right, everybody. So thanks for joining us tonight. And I know it wasn't kind of one of our typical trainings, but everybody's been asking about this for quite some time. So it's here, and let's get ready to rock and roll. And in the 2013 strong, so you can explode out into 2014 and have an amazing 2014. So with that, everybody, good night, and thanks for joining us.
Good night, everybody.